that I can laugh.
Yeah. So, hey, this is Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour. If you want to call in, and I suggest you do, you can call locally at 564-1290, or you can call long distance if you're streaming on my site or on the net. You can call long distance 866-564-1290, or you can do like a lot of people have done already. Email me at clay@mediasb. That's mediasb.com.
Clay, you inspired people already.
I know, it's just smoking.
I got a question with potato chips in here.
All right.
It says, how do I get my spouse with their couch potato tendencies to get moving? I don't want to harp. I've tried that already, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, the truth is you can't force somebody to get off the couch. Well, you can if you're bigger and stronger than they are, you know.
Just drag them outside.
Yeah, drag them outside. And, hey, you want to lay down? Eat the grass. Anyway, is what you got to do is suggest, hey, how about let's go for a walk? Or, hey, how about let's go to a movie? Or, hey, let's get up and ride a bike. Or let's get up and just get out of the house, you know? I mean, a lot of times couch potatoes are couch potatoes because they have no reason to be outside. And outside is really cool. Outside is where life is. Outside is where people is. I got to tell you, a lot of the weight I gained 30 years ago was out of, I was working so hard all the time when I'd come home. I didn't want to go outside anymore. I didn't want to mess with any more people. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And, you know, you can only do so many dishes, only plant so many indoor plants. And pretty soon you end up in the refrigerator or the cabinet looking for something to munch on. So it becomes a habit, okay? And the habit is, I call it the bending the elbow towards the mouth habit. You know, if you catch yourself bending your elbow towards your mouth more than you should, well, get up and walk out of the house. So you bend your elbow towards your mouth and there's nothing in it. So it's called, you can change from eating Oreos to air balls, and it works really good. You lose weight on the air balls.
Not many calories in air balls.
No calories in air balls. All right. Now, you got another email over there, Susan? Are they coming in?
Yes.
All right.
This one's from Suzanne. She says, no matter what length of time someone talks to my 60-year-old mother, and no matter if you know her or not, somehow she fits in something about her health woes, from her toe to her hip to why she doesn't drink caffeine. How can I help her to see how she turns people off without seeming uncaring?
Well, you know, I got to tell you, I'm 63 years old. And I didn't spend too much time thinking about my health when I was 23 or 33 or up until I was about 43 until I had that little run-in with the doc. Remember that? And now I'm 63 years old, and I have to admit, I spend a lot of time staying healthy. And if I had the time, I'd spend time talking about it to see where I fit in with everybody else. That's what people do. They see the way they fit in, and they seek agreement. And the agreement is, I don't have anything else to do, so let's talk about where I'm hurting. All right? And they don't have anything else to talk about because usually they're housebound. And the only thing they talk about is how they feel, and how they feel is, quite frankly, what their body's doing. So they talk about it a lot. So you have to get even people that are sedentary off the bed, out of their chairs, and get them out going for a walk, even if it has a walker. You could get them a walker, put panels on the side with flames on it, and they'd walk a little quicker. You know what I mean? And you just keep doing it.
That's a good idea.
Or you can lubricate the wheels on the walker.
Well, you know, I've noticed in some of our travels lately and speaking with some older people, they just sort of get into conversation about what pills they're taking for this and what pills are taking for that and what works and what doesn't work. And I've noticed that some people, because of their age, you're not going to be able to change their way of thinking about it, and you just have to be patient and sit and just let them speak what they need to speak.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's not about fixing anybody, is
No,
it?
it's not about fixing. It's just probably about just being patient.
Yeah, it's kind of like how you've been with me for the last 30 years of us being together, huh?
You think?
You know, are you training me? Aha!
Smile and
I
nod.
wasn't
Smile,
gonna
smile
Yes.
and
Oh,
nod.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm trained.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm so totally cool at being trained, yes. Okay, now, so it's all about, you know, keeping your health together. You know, I mean, it's like, I got to tell you, I never thought I'd really want to live more than I did 10 years ago. But right now, I want to live another 30 at least, and I'm 63. And at 93, I still want to be able to dance and chase you around, honey. Let me tell you.
Okay.
So where I'm at is who do I have to be to keep my life in order, to stay healthy enough, all right? I have to keep my mind clear and my body absolutely cleaned out and ready to go. I have to keep my muscles so that they work, and my elbows work, and my knees work, and my hips don't yell at me too much, right? And I have to be able to get the rest I need, but I got to be able to stay in motion. The only time human beings get in any trouble is when you stand still and talk about it too long. So you now need to get rolling. So it's all about, you know, giving up Oreos and corn chips and the secret addictive red licorice. You know what I mean? The red licorice addiction will absolutely kill you. Cola drinks, brownies, lemon meringue pie, chocolate cake. All those things are good in moderation. It's like, instead of eating a whole piece of chocolate cake, eat a bite and walk away. Oh, my God. Yeah. So where did you find that? Anyway, that was a burp, ladies and gentlemen. So if you heard something else, it wasn't me. Now, so you don't want to know what really snapped me out of thinking, like, what the heck with it. I don't care what my doc says. I don't care what my wife says. I don't care what everybody else is telling me. And I don't care what everybody's telling me at the gym, or I don't care what everybody's telling me out in the news media or whatever. I'm going to do what I want. And they can just bite me. And I'm going to eat what I want, when I want to eat it, and everything else. So I did that for about 20 years. And I went from 160 pounds to 313 pounds. And the only thing that stopped me is my doc said to me one day, he says, Clay, he said, you're going to have a blood sugar problem. You're going to have a problem keeping the blood going to your feet. You're going to lose your vision, and your lifestyle is going to decrease, and every year, a little bit each year, till you can't get around. And at that time, I couldn't even tie my own shoes. Okay, I couldn't even bend or pick up any weights, much less exercise anything. And so I decided, well, okay, I'll just outlive them. It's no problem. And then I got diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And type 2 diabetes comes from unhealthy living, comes from eating the wrong food, not getting enough exercise, not getting enough rest, working too much, all kinds of things. So I decided I was going to change my life, all right? And the way I did that is I had to get committed to the change. I had to understand that over a period of time, I would have to change how I thought. I'd have to change my commitment to living. I'd have to quit assuming that it didn't matter, because I do matter. How I live, what I say, what I do, what I put in my mouth, how long I'm going to live, and the difference I make does matter. So over the period of the last, probably 5 years, I've lost 100 pounds. I've gotten a lot more flexible, cuter, and smarter about what I put in my mouth. I mean, it's really cool.
Clay,
so,
you talk a lot about team and having people to hold you accountable.
Oh, it's a must.
And we were talking earlier here at the station about getting a personal trainer. Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious, do you have any tips in finding a personal trainer that can, not necessarily just a good personal trainer, but what kind of qualities to look for in someone to hold you accountable?
Yeah, sure. It's like, look, weight loss or getting in shape means you have more muscle mass than you have adipose or fat tissue, okay? So that means you have to exercise. Now, I didn't want to exercise or weight train by myself because I didn't want to hurt myself. If you hurt yourself, let me tell you, it'll shut you down for a long time. So I wanted to find someone that was a coach that knew about weight training, that knew about how to keep me from hurting myself. And I went through 7 different weight training coaches before I found somebody that I could get along with, and that understood what my needs were and wouldn't let me hurt myself, that I would listen to. So the answer to that question is you have to be diligent, you have to be absolutely unstoppable, and you have to find the person that you can get along with, that you believe in, and they have to be able to understand, not to let you hurt yourself, not let you go too far. And there has to be an agreement between you two that if you or I don't want to work out, they come to your house and grab you and make you go work out anyway. That's the way it goes. Now, we're going to talk about improved health. We're going to talk about the commitment it takes to have a great physical well-being and everything else when we come back. And we're also going to talk about the seminar series I've got on health and well-being, and the tape series I have, and all kinds of things we can talk about. So come on back. You're listening to KZSB AM 1290 in Santa Barbara. I'm Clay Nelson. Get on back.